Hi all, hope you're doing well. Just want to do a video for you beautiful people because I had a revelation for my own self really, and it's all about how to manifest what you want. Manifestation is very interesting, and it's something I've been studying for some time now, and I've delved into so much different avenues of manifesting and seeing what it really is about, because it's something that has to be understood. So I want to do this video to help you understand how to manifest what you want. And there is a process to manifesting, and it really is a lot to do with self-love. You really have to love yourself in order to manifest what you truly want in life, you know, through your own being. And self-love will bring you to happiness, health, feeling good about yourself, having that good feeling distressed within your body as well. So manifesting does a hell of a lot more than just receiving maybe the car, the holiday, the furniture, the fixing up of the house. It really deeply inputs goodness inside of you, inside of your body, happiness, a good image that you can see inside of yourself, gives you self-worth, self-confidence. And a lot of people give up on this process and maybe just go and work really hard and then save their money because it's an easy approach to not do anything about your internal state. But if you check it and you really look deep into it, it's well worth sorting out the internal state. It's a bit uncomfortable, yeah, because I'm feeling very uncomfortable right now. I'm manifesting more wealth at this moment in time, and I'm halfly wanting to run away from it, but halfly wanting to just get over with it, get over and done with it, because it will be worth it. So I'm at a very uncomfortable point right now. I'm not feeling very comfortable, so I've said I'm going to do this video so I can share this experience that I'm going through right now, because I'm feeling very uneasy, but I know it's because I'm due to be manifesting something quite big, so it's feeling a little bit shaky right now. I still haven't manifested what I'm looking for, but I'm looking for more wealth. I want more wealth. I'm determined to get it this time, where normally I run away and find another avenue outwardly. But this time I said, no, I'm going to work on my internal state, because my internal state has been messing me about far too long. And I need to conquer this. I need to conquer it because I need to feel right and good within myself. So once I do it this way, I'll be able to do it like this again and again and again. Because you have to understand, thinking. Sometimes I'm not in control of my own thoughts. Now, I want to be in control of my own thoughts. Sometimes if I'm out there and somebody gets on my nerves, they tend to overpower my thinking. And then I come away thinking about what they've done. That's not me being in charge of my own thoughts. I only want to have in my thoughts what I want to manifest. And that's all. My bliss, my happiness, you know. The joy of life. There is so much joy out there. That's what I want to be putting into my mindset. Okay? So when I talk about manifesting, I'm talking about it from a standpoint of feeling happy about manifesting. I don't want it to be grueling. I don't want it to be a chore. I don't want it to be worrying. I don't want to be self-doubting myself. I don't want to have lack of belief, lack of confidence. I don't want to feel less of a person and thinking, well, that person's got it. How am I going to get it? Because I feel like that sometimes when I'm looking at the entertainers, they've got it. How did they get it? It always seems like they're working so hard outwardly. But manifesting, once you've got it inside of your mindset, you can have exactly what you want. All it is truly to do with is imaging it, and then you can receive it. It's as simple as that. But the imaging has to be feeling peaceful. It has to be feeling like it's truly what you want. If it's feeling daunting and it's feeling too much work and it's feeling like a chore, then it's really not going to be comfortable, and it's really not going to be something that you really want to be looking at. Now, if we want to manifest something, why do we not feel happy about it? Why does it not give a happy feeling? Because we have been taught that we have to go and work for it, go and study for it. Yes? We have been taught that we have to go and network with other people for it. We have to go and beg another one to believe in us in order for us to have it. But let me tell you something. Miracles can happen in so many different ways, okay? I've been on to building certain things, businesses, and I've built visions, etc. I'm not going to go into what I'm doing, but I've built a little bit of an empire. I'm still in the process of building it, but I've done this all from my mindset. And I have very limited resources. I'm not going to hide to you right now and say that I'm a millionaire and I'm rich but yet, because I'm not. But for what I have accomplished, I have built from basically what I had around me, and I've accomplished probably very I should say, I'm going to cut what I'm just going to say before, but I've really achieved the impossible. But what has happened to me, I've said to myself, I'm fed up of feeling upset and not so happy about the process. I've been working this, but I have not been feeling 100% happy in what I'm doing. I've not been feeling very passionate about what I'm doing, even though I know this is what I want to do. But what I've been looking for is the money. My whole goal was to get the wealth. I wanted the wealth so I didn't have to be in a certain position anymore, okay? My whole mind was never about money before I started this vision. But my whole goal was to get the finances so I could build my vision to a certain point, because I knew where I wanted to take it. I haven't achieved that level yet, okay? I've been led to come on YouTube and speak to you about manifesting. And I've got to be truthful and I've got to be honest. And when I go along in my journey more, I will be more open to my life and what has happened, okay? And how I've had to accomplish so many things under such hard circumstances. But I keep going, even though I was feeling so depressed, because manifesting, people think, yeah, I'm going to manifest and I'm going to feel all right. I have not been feeling happy for some time. And I have received a lot, okay? Materialistically, people around me, adventure. But all I've done is keep pushing it all away. And I can't understand everything that I've manifested, why I didn't feel happy. So I've come to a T-junction, so to speak. I've said to myself, I'm fed up of doing this. I'm fed up of not feeling passionate. I'm fed up of feeling lethargic, and I'm fed up of feeling low, and I'm fed up of feeling down. I'm doing all of this beautiful work. I run through it. I write it down, exactly what I'm doing. Every single person I talk to thinks, yeah, she's got it all going on and it's brilliant and I wish I had, and they want the dream for themselves. And I say to myself, well, I don't really feel like that. But when they hear me talking about it, they see it as a brilliant, spectacular thing that is going on, and they get so excited. And then I sit back and I say to myself, why don't I feel happy? So this is where I've come to. I said, manifesting, I've got to see it in my mind a bit more clearer. I've got to sit down and I've got to see it and I've got to feel it. I'm going to sit down and I'm going to feel it, and I'm going to wake up my feelings. And I'm going to wake up my emotions and I'm going to start feeling excited. And this is what manifestation is. Manifestation isn't just looking at a picture and then getting it, because it's been coming far too easy for me. I've been sitting down thinking about my life and I said, why are you not feeling satisfied? It's because it's too easy. The ease has made me lethargic and made me depressed, because it coming too easy. Too easy. Not easy where I'm saying I haven't done no work. I've done a lot of work. But I'm saying easy, I manifest like that. I said, okay then. So I'm not really taking the time out to feel what I'm getting, because it's just coming just like that. Now, I was praying to God because I believe in God. And I said to God, right, I need a certain amount of money, because I haven't been manifesting money, because I sort of like wasn't interested in manifesting this sort of money at the moment, because I wanted to build a vision and buy equipment. And I've accomplished that level. And I noticed, like I just said, I wasn't feeling very motivated. I want to do modelling shots. I don't feel like doing the modelling shot. For the last 3 days I've meant to do a modelling shot. I just don't feel like doing it. I said, this is just not good enough. Feeling like this is not good enough. Get up and go and sort this feeling out now. Get rid of feeling like this, because you are being a little bit ungrateful. This ungratefulness needs to go away. Why are you feeling the way you're feeling? So manifestation is about how you're feeling. There is no point in manifesting if you are not happy, because you're still not going to be happy. You'll get everything you want outwardly, but you won't have the feeling of the goodness of receiving it. So this is why I've come on here, because I'm giving myself a big telling off now, because this is something that's been going on for some time. And I did try to get answers from therapists, from books, etc. And the books, God bless the books, the spiritual books, always say, be happy. Be happy. And I say, how am I supposed to be happy? What is the magic ingredient on being happy? When you are manifesting, you have to sit down and you have to feel what you are feeling. You have to find a way to feel good about what you are trying to manifest. Now, this is where I'm at now. I've made up my mind to take the time out with myself to explore my feelings. So it simply is just this, visualizing. When I visualize, now for instance, I'm looking to visualize money. I sit down here and we simply think that we can image a number, and then we receive that wealth. But this time round, I'm imaging the number. It's not very interesting that I'm imaging a number every single day, and then I'm waiting around to get it, because it will come. I know that for a fact. So I want to make it more interesting. So I said, okay, I'm going to image this number, say £3,000 a month, because I'm not going to tell you my financial goal, but I'll give this financial goal. £3,000 a month. I can see £3,000 a month in my mind's eye. How does it make me feel having £3,000 a month? So I close my eyes. And you have to feel it. You have to feel it until you're feeling excited. Now, when I see that £3,000 a month, I keep seeing holidays. So now from the holidays, I'm seeing brochures. And now I've got brochures in my back room. I'm going to cut out some pictures and look at some holidays now. So that's going to make it exciting. So I keep looking at the £3,000 a month. I said, what else am I going to do? I'm going to go and fix up my house. I'm starting to design my house. And all of this is happening in my mind. But when I look outwardly at my house, there's so much things I need to do to my house, okay? it makes me feel stressed out. So I've said to myself, I have to make sure that I'm taking the time out to image. So when I look inside, it feels more real that I can actually accomplish this. But when I look outwardly, it's just totally messing me up. So what you have to understand, manifesting, you have to take the time out to feel what you are feeling. If you're feeling in disarray and you're feeling out of sort, or you're feeling worried, or you don't believe it's going to happen, and you're up and down in your beliefs, because that can happen. I was feeling like that just now. 1 minute I'm feeling happy, next minute I wasn't. I came here to do the video to figure out, why am I feeling like this? Because I have to figure this out. I cannot 1 minute be feeling happy, next minute feeling sad. And it is true to the fact that I'm not taking the time out to explore what I'm manifesting. There is so much different things going on in my life, and I said it and I spoke out and I said, right now I'm going to sort this out. And that's what you have to do with yourself. If you are feeling while you're manifesting that it may happen, it may not, and you're in two minds, sit yourself down and have a good talk with yourself. It's best to do it in the mirror, or it's best to do it on a video camera so you can see yourself. Do not ever do it where you can't see yourself, okay? And glam yourself up so you're feeling good about yourself while you're speaking to yourself. Because the manifestation time is very important, because you're trying to get from here to here. You definitely don't want to stay here. Your old past data will be telling you so much things that you don't need to be hearing, because that's the past. How you should have done it, what you should have done, you should have never done this, you should have never done that. Take that away. The old data will always try to pull you there and keep you there. But you've got to tell that old data goodbye. Goodbye. I don't need to hear it anymore. That happened then, and this is what's going to happen right now. So when you're manifesting, you take the time out to talk to yourself. Okay, you take the time out to tell your story on how it's going to be. Okay, so I said I'm going to manifest £3,000 a month on a continuous basis. That's what I've said to myself. I've got all these other projects. I'm going to put them to the side at the minute, because I do understand what I need to do to achieve those projects, and the amount of wealth that are going to come from those projects is a lot, but I'm not really ready to channel that image at the moment, because I just need this piece of money first. So that money is going to make sure that it pays all of the bills, etc., and whatever else, clothes for the kids and food, etc., etc., and then I can focus on what I need to do. Because a lot of people want to talk about all these millions and billions, but we have to break the goals down. We have to break the goals down, because the millions and billions are nice. I'm not saying that you mustn't speak like that. But sometimes it can be very, very overwhelming, because people are seeing the goal as one. That is far too big. Okay? You may want £10,000. Okay? That might be realistic to you. But what are you going to do with the £10,000? Okay? So everybody's looking at the big money, but I will say £3,000 a month, £6,000 a month, £25,000 a month. I always do it on a monthly basis for a continuous time, and I say it's internally going to come through. If imagine I receive £3,000 a month and I continuously receive that money, yeah, I continuously receive £3,000 a month, because I confess that I'm going to have that money eternally. This is what you have to say over yourself, yeah? When the £3,000 a month come in, then I can do the £6,000 a month, and I say I'm going to have that eternally. So I could end up with £3,000 a month eternally, then £6,000 a month eternally. That could be a second income, yeah? So you have to organise yourself, but you also have to believe in it, and you have to speak it every single day. If you have self-doubt in manifesting it, sit yourself down and give yourself a good self-talk about it, and get to see why you may be feeling that way. And it probably is because because of something you're seeing outwardly. It's always because of the outward world. The outward world limits us very much. So you have to be very careful in taking in too much of the outward world, because you got to remember your mindset is asking for so much more than what you are seeing outwardly. So the mind is seeing bigger at all times. Okay, and if the mind isn't seeing bigger, it's because the mind is seeing something that is created outwardly, but the mind is looking to create something bigger. Do you understand? So outwardly, it's not here yet. We see outwardly all the time wherever we're walking. So you're trying to change something in your outer world. Your mind is changing it, but it's still seeing the outer world. So you still have to take the time out for yourself to see internally. So I hope I'm making sense, because you can't see in your mind. So we're living in two worlds. So when you want something, you have to make sure that you've got maybe a vision board. You may have pictures. You write your goals down to make sure that you can see what you are manifesting, because your outward world mainly is showing you the opposite to what you want to manifest. So you have to find a way to enforce what you are trying to manifest. Like, I want to manifest holidays because I want to go and travel. So I've got to go and get my brochures right now and go and look at holidays and spend time looking at holidays and putting it in my spirit. Just put in pictures and images of beautiful places of where I want to go, and cutting them out and doing some dream boards and sticking it up probably all over the place. Financial goal. I've got to go away now because I've internalized it enough, and go and write it down and go and stick my financial goal wherever I mainly look. My fridge I go into, my cupboard I go into, my mirrors I look at as well. I can put an affirmation on my phone as well, okay? And put this all over the place. Also, what I find with myself, I have self-doubt because it's impatience with me. So that's why self-doubt comes. So I get very impatient and I want it to happen now, because I want the holidays now. I always like buying my clothes. I like doing my backdrops for my modeling pictures. I'm always needing some kind of products. You know, I always want to invest in the projects I'm doing. I want to be out there doing events, etc., etc. It all costs money. So all of these things that are on my mind, it all requires money. So that's where the impatience comes from with me. I need to learn to settle down and be patient and wait, because I'm supposed to be here. I'm supposed to be where I'm at, because I've built to this level. My mind has just woke up probably 2 days ago to this, okay? So when it wakes up to what I want, it's me. I want it now. I'm pushing for it. I'm going on about it. Yes, that's manifestation, but it's not in a settling way. And I have to learn to settle down with it and be patient. Be patient and do what you need to do to just chill out. And sometimes I get self-doubt of, is it going to happen? Is it going to happen? Even though I've seen all of these miracles before, but this is money I'm calling on that I have not ever seen before. So I'm stepping out of my comfort zone, you see, because I've decided to step out my comfort zone, and it is not comfortable. I'm not feeling comfortable, but I've said to myself, I'm not going to give up on it, because I know that I want to do a lot of traveling. That's what this is about. And I'm not going to give up on this financial goal. And I will receive it. So this is how I speak to myself. I will receive it. So when that self-doubt comes on, that boredom, because I get bored as well, because I'm basically been working my socks off. All of the routine that I had before, I'm getting a little bit bored of it. I just want to transition. I just want to move and just, you know, do something new. I just want to be on a whole new adventure, basically. Okay, and the mindset has just changed up its way of thinking, and it's been looking to travel for some time, but for some reason the light bulb had just gone on and said, now is the time. Now is the time to manifest this. Now is the time. You're ready. You're ready. You've reached this point. You've done this amount of work. Now is the time to go and go and see more of the world. And and something inside of me is really pushing and digging for it. Whereas before it was like, yeah, I'm going to prepare myself for it. But I feel like something big is about to manifest. I can feel it. So it's telling me to sit down and get this good feeling going on with this manifestation. Excuse me, my words is just going a bit all over the place. But I'm just needing to build up my excitement. But something's telling me, start getting excited. Please, you need to pull up your vibrations because you're not feeling excited enough. Get excited. Do whatever you can do to laugh, to be happy, to feel happy inside of my body. Because to be honest with you, I have not been feeling happy at all. It's feeling like a chore. I do not want manifestation to be feeling like a chore. It's supposed to be exciting. This knowledge is supposed to make me feel very, very happy. Do you understand? It's the mind sometimes doesn't want to do the work. Sometimes the mind wants to be lazy and it wants somebody else to do it. If you want to be in control of your life, manifest for yourself and have fun with it. Find ways to have fun. I'm trying to find all new ways to have fun with my manifestation because we always want the immediate result to happen. And that is what happens when you don't have the wealth already. If you're living a life where you don't have much money as well, that's another pain. If you're living very poor, because I am here for those people as well that are living very poor, that have to manifest wealth. Some people don't want to manifest it because they just feel like their life has been poor all of their life. Put the work in, it's worth it. Go and get the magazines. They're free from the travel agents. Okay, if you want to travel, look at those images, look at them every day and feel them and believe that you can accomplish the goal. Okay, if you want food and you don't believe you can afford certain foods, healthy foods, look at images of food and you see that you can afford it. Yeah, it doesn't matter what it is. Okay, there's so much things that's happened for me. One day I'll tell my true story, but when I feel to talk about it, there's days where I've been through things in the past where it looked like it was just, you know, nothing ever was going to change. And it did. I had a turnaround. But what happened to me, my feelings have still not woken up to happiness. And that is what I'm working on now. Because it's so to the point where I learned how to manifest, but I didn't really learn how to switch on my happy light, you know. And now life is waking me up to say, hey, you got all of this stuff. Why aren't you happy? Tell me why you're not happy, Sharina. I have to look at myself in the mirror and say, oh, I want to be out of the country some more. I want to travel. I want to see some more of the world. I've travelled, don't get me wrong, but I've really got this urge to go and just do a lot of travelling. I just keep seeing myself going to loads of different places. But I wanted to make sure that I was doing something while I was travelling, because I didn't just want to be sitting on the beach. So I made sure before I received this wealth that I created a vision. So when I go abroad, I am going to be doing my Diva Glitch show that I do on Instagram every Thursday, 7 to 8. It's an uplifting, inspiring show. And then I talk about upliftments and money manifestations, and I do a lot of mindset training, which I will be coming on YouTube to do. And then I do my products and I do my hair, and I've got, you know, a beauty anti-aging products business that I do, and I sell clothes as well. So but it's still in the baby stages, and I do events. So my vision is still birthing because I've had to build the vision first and see really what I'm trying to achieve. So I needed to do that before I went off on my travels, because I wanted to make sure that wherever I go, that I was helping people. So I, in my heart, really am an uplifter, inspirational mindset coach. And I really want to help people find their true potential, because that's really what I have been doing, and that's really what I'm about, and that's what I see of myself when I speak to other people. I always lift people up, and that is really who I've always been since I was a little child. I always wanted to see people happy. I always wanted other people happy, and I accomplished that goal for them, but I still haven't accomplished that goal for myself. So now I'm putting myself through the paces, and I should have done it for myself first and foremost, but I always was seeing outwardly, wasn't I? I never had the time to see me. It's not easy. I don't find it easy. Maybe someone else might find it easier, but I'm having to do this for myself and sit down and really find out how to manifest happily, and really figure out is why I feel the way I feel when I'm manifesting, because it's something I've always been given, but I was aware that I was able to do it because I'd be walking around and images just be coming to my mind. Then I'd be organising it and putting together work, and everything was coming together, but I was tired and I was drained out. So now I said, you sit down and you figure out what you're going to do about this. So that's what I said. For people, mainly, people get materialistic things, and then you go, say if it's a car, it's easy to manifest a car because you can go to the showroom and sit in that car and you can feel it and see it and touch it. It's easy to visualize clothes as well, but it's not so easy to visualize holidays because you can't feel the holidays and you can't touch the holidays. Or if you want to visualize a business, you have to piece all of the pieces together. It's not that easy. So that's why you have to find ways to try and make it enjoyable, try and have fun with people, if people will come in to your journey with you, which I haven't found the people to come in on my journey with me because I'm not happy within my own self. So when you're manifesting, make sure it's what you want first and foremost. Make sure you're not doing it just for fashion, because that's not going to make you feel happy. Make sure you're doing it because you love doing it. Make sure you're doing it because it makes you happy, okay? And just really explore your feelings. And if you feel to write your feelings down, write it down. I find it effective to speak it out, okay? And really get into tap with what you really are trying to achieve. I really want my home to be fixed up. Now I'm going to go on Pinterest and I'm going to get some designs together and see really what I want to do to my house. I've got to put a plan together first and foremost before I run out and go and get all the resources for it and go and get all the supplies. I have to make sure I've got a blueprint sorted out for my home, okay? Then I said I want to travel, so I've got to figure out where I want to go, okay, and why I want to go there as well. And you just have to make sure that you're not trying to take on far too much, whereas I have far too many things going on, so I have to take a back seat and I have to remove some things that I'm doing because I'm taking on far too much. And that's another reason why I might be feeling so down. But I love all of the things I'm doing, but it's overwhelming me, okay? Because I want to see results as well, financial results from everything I'm doing, because I've been doing it for so long. I'm such a giver, you know. I give so much, and it's got to the point where I need to start sitting back and giving to myself, and I need to give myself some happiness, especially when it comes to manifesting. So this is really what I've come here for, It's all a part of manifesting what I'm talking about, because I know I've experienced all of this for myself. When you're trying to manifest something and you're not seeing the results, it is purely because you are not feeling it enough. You're not exploring it enough, and you're not focused on it enough in order to receive it, and you're not feeling happy enough, you know. So you have to sit down and you have to just play with it like you would play with a board game. Play with it like you would play with your hair. You have to explore it, even though it's not tangible yet physical in your hand. Play with it in your mindset. See it and move it around, and just play with it. You can have a little TV in your mind, you know, and you can see exactly what you want to achieve with it. Like I said, I'm achieving a financial goal. I'm not just happy just putting the figure in my head and just looking at the figure all day long. That's going to bore me. So I'm exploring this money, and I'm saying I'm going to do this and this and this with it, and I'm just playing with this money, and I'm playing with it, and I'm organizing my house, I'm organizing where I'm going to go, I'm organizing the children. I've planned the times me and my kids are going to go on holiday. I planned what I'm going to go and do on the holiday as well. I've planned the clothes I'm going to wear. I've planned the videos I'm going to do. I've planned the equipment I'm going to go and take. So you have to plan it, and I'm writing down my list of what I need to buy, when I need to buy it, how I need to buy it. I'm planning absolutely everything, okay, with this money. So it's like I've already got it. You see what I'm talking about? That's another thing. Pretend that you already have it. Pretend that you are already living with the wealth that you want. If it's wealth, or if it's a car, if it's a house, whatever it may be, pretend that you've already got it. Like I'm pretending right now that I'm living like a millionaire. I'm gonna pretend today that I'm living like a millionaire. So I can feel the feeling. I'm really gonna act it out and pretend that I'm living like a millionaire already. Yeah, and that is the magic trick as well. Just pretend, because I know I've said 3,000, but I'm just playing with all different figures for you, because you have to be specific on what you are able to image. Okay, you may not be able to image millionaire, because it may not be, you may not, sorry, because I keep mixing my words, you may not be ready for it. If the goal's too high, you will feel it, you will know it, you won't be feeling good at all. If it's hurting you and you're feeling very angry, bring it down a notch, okay? Break it down. So you may want £2,000 a month, you may want £3,000 a month. It's best to go monthly if you can't see the bigger figures. Now I'm going to walk around, but I've got to remember that I am a millionaire now. I've got to remember. I got to remember that I've got £3,000 now, because every day you might have a bill coming through the door that's going to make you forget that, oh yeah, I'm playing the game, that I'm a millionaire already. Feel it, feel it, feel it. Put it inside of you. Put it inside of you. Feel like the person you want to be. I'm going to walk around and I'm going to feel like what I've said I want to manifest, okay? So I'm going to leave it on that note. I hope I have helped you. I'm going to be back with more videos like this, and I will be talking about manifesting a lot, because really and truly, that is where the master ingredient is. The manifesting stage is the hardest part, but you have to condition this mind of yours. Don't let outward forces control your life and tell you how to live. You're gonna have to take charge of you now, and you're gonna have to tell your life what it's gonna become, okay? And we're gonna help each other grow. We're gonna be here for one another, and we are gonna manifest identically what we want. We have to do it together, okay? It's the only way forward, because we don't want outward forces determining our life. Let's have fun, let's have some big parties, and let's manifest exactly what we want in life for ourselves, for our children, for our family, for our extended family, for our friends, for whoever may need some help, you know, okay? Because there are different levels inside of people. Some people's state of minds are able to cope with this. Some people's state of minds aren't. So, but what I'm saying is, if you have the power to determine your future, make sure you do it. And if you can help another build up their mindset to see that they can manifest what they want, God has given us this power to create whatever we desire. Make sure you're creating good. It all has to be for the good, all for the positive. Let's create paradise on earth. Let's take away all of the negativity, and let's co-create and bring in goodness and love and happiness. And let's take all competition away. Let's help each other grow, because we all have the power to create our life. We all have the power to share information and knowledge, and we all have the power to give back people to themselves, where they understand how to create a wonderful life for themselves too. So like I said, I'm going to go. Let's all manifest everything we're looking for: health, love, happiness, success, everything happy. And let's remember, let's manifest happily, and let's figure out how we can manifest happily and see internally why we may not be happy. And it is all to do with taking time out to just be. Take some time out to be, and then you will find the answers of your happiness, and you will be able to organize and sort out and shift through, what you may be feeling. So take time out for yourself to find your answers. And while you're manifesting, make sure that you are gentle to yourself, and make sure that you sit down and reflect exactly what you are trying to achieve and why you are trying to achieve it. So I just want to give that advice, because I know this time of manifesting is a time of birthing something very fantastic, and I will be giving you more information, and I will let you know what happened to me and what I ended up manifesting. So beautiful people, I'm going to go now. I love you all. Peace.